This has gone on for an awful long time, this process, and I personally thought we'd be further ahead, but we are where we are. I just want to say, as Chair of Planning, I haven't seen what is coming forward. I have no idea what the building's going to look like that's coming forward, so I'm completely open to the planning implications of what will be presented to us. But this is much, much bigger than about what's going to replace it. It's about how we see our future. Councillor Guy Coulson said that in 2019, if he was building a 4-bedroomed house, now, with the changes that have come along, he'd only be able to build a flat because the costs have risen so much. I do believe costs have gone up. Nobody in this room is denying that. But what seems to be denied by yourself is that we have capped our responsibility to it. This scheme can only go forward if there is a 0.5% return on it. If there is no 0.5% return, it cannot proceed. If you had the foresight to make a deal with a developer which said, you will produce this house, 4-bedroomed house, for X amounts, and then 2 years later all these costs are written up, you would be jumping for joy because you had the foresight and the intellect to say, not my problem, he's got to provide me with it. You wouldn't be jumping for joy? That's your affair.
Gentlemen,
okay.
No in a debate, please.
Right. When this scheme progressed and its inception, there were certain limiting factors that were put in. The amount of money we would get in, the returns we would have to have, and the risks that the developer would have to take. This isn't the first time this developer has done anything for us. I think Councillor Derek Basserman will remember that the sports village was done on a similar basis. We gave him X, Y, he had to produce the stuff in that, and the risks were his. At this moment in time, the developer is well aware what is happening in the marketplace. He knows costs are going up, but even so, we're told quite clearly he is happy to proceed on the parameters that have been met, have been stated beforehand. So what is it that we're concerned about? The risk is to the developer. We've capped our amounts on there. And really, to be honest with you, I'm surprised why the party of business across the road isn't coming to this floor and saying, this was a fantastic investment deal we did, because we don't take the risks. Somebody else has the risk. We get the product at the price we commissioned it at. I am really at a loss to know why this is happening. If you want to review anything in there, you should be reviewing the risks to us. The costs of building this project is not a risk to us. It's a risk to the developer. The amount of money it's going to cost us to produce this remains capped. People have said perhaps students won't come here and they could be half empty and they may come later. That could well happen, but that's a risk to Coventry University. They have guaranteed what they will give us and they're obliged to continue it. Well, Coventry University could collapse, but if you actually looked at the data that was provided for us, Coventry University has a very much larger reserves than any of the Russell Group universities. It is the most favourably placed to ride out this storm. And at this moment in time, Coventry University aren't walking away from it. They are eager for it to continue. Redbridge are not walking away from it. They're saying the parameters established are happy, we're happy with that and we can proceed with it. So what exactly is it that's of concern to you? The risks are with somebody else, they're happy to proceed, we will get a building that you wanted to have built in 2019 at the price stated then. This is a fantastic opportunity which we should be grasping with both hands. The other thing that's been mentioned is, this is COVID. COVID has changed everything. It has, and it will continue to change. But even if COVID hadn't have happened, we would still have change taking place. It is important that as the council, we have a leadership role in progressing the economy of this borough. For me, I believe this university offers a unique possibility. And I know Councillor Phillips said that our grandchildren will be paying for this. She is right in that. But I also believe our grandchildren will look back on this day and thank us that we did proceed with this, had the courage of our convictions to see a future economy for this borough, which wasn't confined to the tourism and the coastal location that we had, and create something unique, different and positive for the future. I would be happy to be judged that this process went forward. I would stand by it, and I'm quite happy in 10 years' time, Councillor Phillips, to meet up with you and discuss what the consequences are, because I'm very, very proud that this council has enough confidence in the future to instigate this project and to make sure it continues to fruition. Planning aside, we should be going forward on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor